I can't get my breath. Excuse me. Have you seen prices of everything? Snickers, £3.20 for 8 little Diddy party size things. Snack size. Bite size, more like. Fucking chocolate bar, £3.65. You having a laugh or what? £1.95. Thinner than me. Price of things these days. Look at that, £5. I sometimes question myself, would it be cheaper to have Coca-Cola, you know? The price of food nowadays, it's just extortionate. £5.50 that was. Oh my god. Pack of chewing gum. Oh my good god. Look at that. It'd be cheaper to have a Coca-Cola. Then you don't eat. It's comfortable. Bag of Whispers. Whisper. We're noting it. Well, isn't it? 175 gram. Oh, fucking 95. Oh my good god.
Welcome to the real cost of living crisis in 2025. From £3.65 chocolate bars to £12 tiny beef joints. From graduates facing the worst job market in years to families on £72k, feeling poorer than those on benefits. This is the raw, unfiltered anger boiling over in supermarket aisles and on Britain's streets. The maths doesn't lie. The people don't feel it's getting better. And trust in the system is collapsing. This is broken Britain, and it's only getting louder.
Here's a question nobody in power seems willing to answer. How is it that a man earning £72,500 a year, married, one income, living in a modest two-bed, ends up barely better off than a family living entirely on state support? Let's run the numbers. On £72,500 a year, his weekly take-home pay is around £968. His basically weekly costs, gas, electric, water, council tax, phones, internet, food, fuel, car insurance, car lease, come in at around £378 per week. That leaves him £590 a week. Now compare that to a household on benefits. A couple out of work, one pregnant, one child, housing support, council tax help, universal credit, child element. Once you put it together, and this is straight from the government rates, they can easily end up with £450 to £550 per week in real spending power. So the man working full-time, paying 22 grand in tax a year and national insurance, commuting, grafting, doing everything this country tells you you're supposed to do, he's left with barely £40 more per day than a household completely funded by the taxpayer. And here's the uncomfortable truth that people feel politicians dodge. It's not about demonising anyone on benefits. It's about the fact that the gap between working hard and not working at all has shrunk to the point where effort barely pays. We built a system where high earners feel skint, low earners feel hopeless, and the only people doing well are the ones writing the rules. If someone on 72.5 grand, something many people will never touch, ends up with the same weekly breather room as a family on benefits, what message does that send? What incentive is there to climb, to push, to build a better life? This isn't politics, this is maths, and the maths is telling us something's broken.
Half the public think we are already in a recession. 57% think the cost of living crisis will never end. Only 11% of people think that Rachel Reeves is doing a good job as Chancellor. Only 3% think the economy is in quite a good state. No one thinks that it's in a very good state.
I think we really need to dial in. Nearly 2/3 of the people in that polling say they think the cost of living crisis will never end.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in sort of broken social contract territory here. Because what those people are saying is, I don't think my wages will ever increase. I think inflation's going to effectively gut them in real terms.
Things will keep getting expensive.
Things will keep getting more expensive. My living standards will decrease and decrease and decrease. When people say I'm apathetic about politics, I think they can go further and say, no, I'm angry about politics. I'm prepared to vote for the populist right. I'm prepared to participate in street politics and potentially participate violently in street politics. I think when you statistics like that, it almost looks rational. If you genuinely believe my life is not going to improve, well, why on earth would you participate in the political system?
You can see the desperation.
The New Statesman.
While I know the cost of living crisis has not gone away, in the year ahead, you will see the benefits of our approach, not just in the national statistics, but in your communities. You will see a country building its future with new homes and infrastructure, 2,000 free breakfast clubs, hundreds of school-based nurseries open by September.
I'll just be bluntly honest with you, Keir, you're just gaslighting the British public again. Let's have it right. In January, energy bills are going to go up. Then it comes to April, council tax will go up. And most people, household bills will go up next year. Breakfast clubs don't cut it, Keir. You need to get a grip of that. You announced that months ago. We know about it. Stop ramming it down people's throats. Just say it's a piece of toast. Because let's be honest, that's all it is. The cost of living crisis is going to get worse. And I've just given you some prime examples of why it's going to get worse. Because people have got less money in their pockets and the bills are going to go up. You said that people's energy bills were going to come down £150. And you was outed on social media and it corrected you saying, well, that's wrong because the bills are going to go up. Who is believing anything that this man is saying? Trust me, next year, come April, when your council tax is going up 5% again, your energy bills, your bills in general are going up, your phone bill, your internet, then come back to this video and tell me who was right. If you believe a word that that man says, the gaslighting, the lies, then, you're never gonna, it's madness.
The price of milk has perhaps doubled in the last 4 to 5 years. Food inflation is currently higher than the pace of wage growth. And why could this be happening? According to some research, 96% of grocery supermarkets are controlled by just 10 companies. Beyond that, you'd have to talk about how billionaires were being created in the food industry between 2020 and 2022. Beyond that, just 3-4 companies control most of the agricultural seed production in the world, which many believe creates a platform tax, that they can control the supply, and this allows them to set the prices too. You could also talk about the fact that with these supermarkets controlling so much of the market, then we're also talking about huge pay for CEOs. That Ken Murphy, the CEO of Tesco, is being paid at multi-million pound compensation levels. Meanwhile, ordinary people have seen, yes, a small boost to the minimum wage, but that is perhaps not enough to offset the rising cost of food and drink, as well as the rising cost of rent, which outstrips wage growth. Now, there's perhaps one more thing that we should add to this too, which is the way in which in just the last couple of years, every 2 days, billionaires in the food industry increase their wealth by billions of dollars. Now, what do you think? How could we have perhaps a fairer food system that produces less waste and at the same time produces lower costs for everybody? Let us know your thoughts down below. Follow Novo for more, and you can support work like this from £1 a month on Patreon.
Let's talk about something that nobody wants to admit out loud. If you're graduating in the next couple of years, you are walking into the worst job market we have seen in half a decade. The class of 2026 is projected to enter the worst job market in the last 5 years. Companies are quietly freezing hiring. Layoffs are happening across tech, finance, health industries. The few entry-level positions left, they are either massively competitive or disappearing entirely. A big reason is AI. A lot of roles that used to be starter jobs are now automated. We have more qualified young adults than available first jobs. And this is why so many young adults feel defeated before they even start. So if you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or like you're already falling behind, you are not. The market is the one failing you.
Wallahi, forget human vibe. Lọ́wọ́ tá wà ní UK báyìí ká máa fàdúrà ranra wa lọ́wọ́ ni. Nítorí pé normal tí bá ṣe shopping mi kì í rántí gba receipt. Lọ́wọ́ tí mo wà wallahi tàláì mo ti ń gba receipt torí tí bá ra nǹkan báyìí àyà mi máa ń já pé kí ni jẹ́rò rà tó pé ní £57. Ẹ wo báàgì tí mo gbé kò ṣe pé mo ra Gucci o kò sí Versace nínú ẹ̀ o oúnjẹ tá fẹ́ rọra jẹ ńlé ni lóní sharp ló wà nínú ẹ̀. Lọ bá mú líbi gbọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n mú bíìlì gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tó ta bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú. Just imagine that. A máa fàdúrà ran wa lọ́wọ́ tá wà UK báyìí. Olúwa gbọ́ pẹ́ wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ UK. Olúwa gba ẹ̀yìn wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ cost of living. Olúwa gbọ́ pẹ́ wa.
What in the broken Britain cost of living bullshit is this now? People have been saying Audi's been going up. Let's get in there, let's check it out and let's see what's going on. Deals or not?
It's nearly 12 quid for the most tiniest beef joint, and it is tiny. There's my hand, look, covered, gone. And my hands ain't that big. Nearly 12 nicker for a beef roasting joint. $2.69 on your microwave meals. Your basic microwave meals that were once, not so long ago, £1. Daylight robbery. £3.49. £3.49 for 9 poxy small little sausage rolls. What a joke. Look at the price of these now, £1.25. Little Kinder Joy, only half of that you get a scooper for the chocolate. The other half's a 1p toy. Joke. Got your turkey crowns here, you've got your small one, £12.99. £14.39 for your whole bird. And you've got another turkey crown here, £15.99. You've got your large ones here. Large turkey crowns at £17.19. Well, you've got a whole goose at 30 quid. They seem to do quite a few dupes, so there's your Fanta Lemon. There's your Fruit Twist, they're at 2 quid for 6. That's the posh one, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called now, £2.99. You even got a Lilt dupe. You don't even see Lilt these days. Orange Fanta. I'm guessing that's like your Sprite. You've got your Dr Pepper, Diet Coke, and your Coke. Even a Pepsi Max. Go on then. Or if you want to be healthy, £1.75, 12 bottles of water. Now that is a bargain, come on. I've got a selection of Yankee candles, the Christmas ones. Yeah, there's a few different ones. £9.99, now that's a bargain for Yankee. I'll give them that. There you go, that's Aldi. That's just a couple of the things that they do. Obviously they've got a whole store of it. But there is some good deals there. And then some not so good deals. Peace out, Team TD.
Come with me inside my supermarket where I show you all the things that I buy every week that have gone up in price. First up, I got my pasta, which I buy every single week. And this used to be anywhere from $2.70 to like $3.30 a box. Now it is up almost $5 a box. That's insane. Next is the Greek yogurt that my husband eats every single day. And that used to be $1.39. Now it's $1.89. And these little wee yogurts, I love them, but I don't buy them as much anymore because they used to be $1.39. So they've gone up, and even the packs of 4 have gone up. They used to be like $5.50 a pack, and now they're up over $1. Now my Ezekiel English muffins, these used to be $6.99, and now they're up to $8.99. So that's another $2, and I eat those every day. Now the coffee that I buy is not at the supermarket, but it used to be $11.99 a bag. Now it's up to $20.99. So we're out looking for other coffee that won't break the bank. So when they tell you that inflation is down, they're lying, because you can see it for yourself. Things you buy every week at the supermarket are up in price. Let me know what you're seeing every week and what your prices have gone up to.
Let's try the most expensive dates in London. These videos are not cheap to make, so if you could drop me a follow, I would be so grateful. I think in the store, you could have got a couple more dates and spent £600. But trust me, I am not that rich. On them, it says premium dates. Take a look at them. I've got absolutely no clue what any of the flavors are, so let's try them together. Up first, this is very pistachio flavor, 7.5 out of 10. Up next, this tastes identical to a strawberry cheesecake, 8.5 out of 10. Up next, I can't really work this one out, but I think it tastes a lot like hazelnut, 6 out of 10. This one looks interesting. This one tastes like a dark chocolate orange. Pretty good and very Christmassy. 7.2 out of 10. This one looks interesting. It's like a white chocolate with rose. I'm not too fond of the flavors, so I'll give this a 4 out of 10. It looks like crystals on top. Oh my god, this is by far the best date I've ever had in my life. It's like a sea salt caramel. 10 out of 10. This one looks bougie. This one is definitely peanut butter. Pretty good, to be fair. I'll rate this an 8 out of 10. Nearly done. I absolutely cannot explain the flavor of this, but it tastes so familiar, and it's actually really annoying me that I can't explain the taste. It's okay, I wouldn't get this one again. 5 out of 10. Last but not least, also, if you got this far, make sure you like the video. Unreal. It's like a normal kind of date with no chocolate on top with peanut butter filling. That is actually incredible. 10 out of 10. Oh, that was some good lunch.
So here we are. A country where effort barely pays, a toast slice is sold as progress, and 2/3 of people believe their living standards will never recover. The social contract is in tatters. When even the middle class feels skint and the young see no future, something has to give. This isn't just about the price of milk or a Snickers bar anymore. It's about a nation asking, how much more can we take before everything breaks?